Have you ever felt like you've stepped into a scene from your own life? Like a record skipping, reality seems to repeat. This uncanny sensation, a sudden feeling of familiarity with the unfamiliar, is called deja vu. The term, borrowed from French, literally means already seen. It's a fleeting mental hiccup, a brief disconnect between our perception and our memory. While the experience can be unsettling, it's surprisingly common, with two-thirds of people reporting at least one instance in their lifetime. Deja vu is often associated with a sense of knowing what will happen next, a premonition of sorts. However, research suggests that this predictive element is likely an illusion. Our brains, in an attempt to make sense of the experience, may invent a narrative around the feeling of familiarity. We might feel like we've foreseen the future, but in reality, we're experiencing a trick of the mind. One prominent theory about deja vu centers on the intricate workings of our memory. Our brains store memories in a complex network of neurons. These networks are constantly being updated as we encounter new experiences. Sometimes these networks might overlap, creating a situation where a new experience triggers a feeling of familiarity. Imagine walking into a new coffee shop that shares a similar layout or aroma with one you frequented in the past. This overlap of sensory information could trigger a sense of déjà vu. This theory suggests that déjà vu is essentially a memory error, a brief glitch in the matrix of our minds. It's like accidentally saving a file in two folders on your computer. When you open one of the files, it feels familiar because you've technically encountered it before, albeit in a different context. Deep within our brains, nestled beneath the temples, lie the temporal lobes. These regions play a crucial role in memory, language, and auditory processing. Research has shown that electrical stimulation of the temporal lobes can trigger experiences of déjà vu. This suggests that the sensation might arise from abnormal electrical activity in these brain regions. Imagine the brain as a vast electrical grid, with neurons firing signals back and forth. Déjà vu might be akin to a brief surge in this grid, a temporary overload that creates a false sense of familiarity. This theory is further supported by the fact that déjà vu is more common in people with epilepsy, a condition characterized by abnormal brain activity. Section 4. When the seizures spark familiarity, déjà vu and epilepsy. Epilepsy is a neurological disorder that disrupts the normal electrical activity of the brain, leading to seizures. These seizures can manifest in various ways, from convulsions to brief episodes of altered consciousness. Interestingly, déjà vu is often reported as an aura, a warning sign preceding a seizure, particularly in individuals with temporal lobe epilepsy. This link between déjà vu and epilepsy provides further credence to the theory that the sensation is rooted in abnormal brain activity. In individuals with epilepsy, the electrical storms in their brains might be powerful enough to trigger a sense of familiarity, even in novel situations. Section 5. A moment's delay, the sensory processing lag. Another theory proposes that déjà vu arises from a slight delay in the way our brains process sensory information. Our senses are constantly bombarding our brains with data. Usually this information is integrated seamlessly, creating a unified perception of reality. However, if there's a slight lag in processing between, say, our visual and auditory systems, it could lead to a sense of déjà vu. Imagine watching a movie with a slight audio delay. The words might seem out of sync with the visuals, creating a disorienting experience. Similarly, a processing lag in the brain could create a temporal mismatch, making the present feel like a repeat of the past. Section 6. The déjà vu spectrum, why we experience it differently. While déjà vu is a common experience, the intensity and frequency can vary significantly from person to person. Some people might experience it only a handful of times in their lives, while others might have it more frequently. This variability could be due to a combination of factors, including genetics, stress levels, fatigue, and even the use of certain medications. Just as our fingerprints are unique, so too are our brains. The intricate wiring of our neural networks, shaped by our genes and life experiences, could influence our susceptibility to déjà vu. Factors like stress and fatigue can also affect brain function, potentially increasing the likelihood of these mental glitches. Section 7. The Unseen Universe Within. Deja vu's enduring mystery. Despite decades of research, deja vu remains an enigma, a fleeting glimpse into the complex workings of our brains. While we've made strides in understanding the potential mechanisms behind this strange sensation, a definitive explanation remains elusive. Perhaps it's a combination of factors, a perfect storm of memory glitches, electrical surges, and processing delays. Like the vast universe we inhabit, our brains hold countless mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Deja vu, with its uncanny familiarity and fleeting nature, serves as a reminder of the extraordinary capabilities and occasional quirks of the most complex structure in the known universe, the human brain.